Today I am making one of these. There's that one I made for myself. There's this one I made for my mom. This one I made for someone else. And this one. And so these are, they hold the Post-it note cubes. They're 1 7/8 by 1 7/8 cubes, and that's what it looks like on the inside. And this one is smaller because my cube was well used at that point, so my cube was smaller. Using these materials, I've pre-cut them so that I will give you the measurements. Alright, so I'm using Very Vanilla Stampin' Up! Cardstock. What you do is, this is 3 by 7 3/4, but you're going to want to cut the 3 first before you cut your 7 3/4, because you will want to use the scallop edge border punch from Stampin' Up! To punch one edge of it. If you do it before, then it won't be the right size. So do that, and then once you get that done, cut the rest of it to 7 3/4. So 3 by 7 3/4. Alright? Then what you're going to do is you're going to score it. So 1, 2 5/8, 4 5/8, 6 1/4. And then fold them like that. And this is from the Autumn Spice Designer Series paper from Stampin' Up! Okay, so this is cut, and you don't have to do the scallop edge border punch first with this. You can cut it before you do the scallop edge border punch. So this one is cut at 7/8 by 3. Alright, so get either a paper or a plastic plate, because otherwise you'll make a big old mess of your work surface. Fold the baby wipe twice, and then what I'm using is the Pumpkin Pie Stampin' Up! Re-inking drops. I use about 5 drops, 5 or 6. You can use more or less, whatever makes you happy. Alright, I'm also using Cajun Craze Re-inking drops. I am also using the Old Olive Re-inking drops, the Marina Mist Re-inking drops, and last but not least, the So Saffron Re-inking drops. Press the stamp down into the baby wipe with the inking drops on it. Paper, whatever you use. Press it down. Oh, so pretty. It's a little bit hippie, almost kind of tie-dyed. Alright, now I'm going to take the little flower from there, and I'm going to put it on a new block. Press it down again. And then pick another spot on the other side, and oops, there you go. Okay, and that's what it looks like. Now I use glue to adhere that to the body of the box. And you can use snail adhesive on this, or whatever you feel comfortable using as your adhesive. That's up to you, but I like to use glue. And then I like to put it, hopefully you can see me how I'm doing this. I like to position it a little below the top and much more above the bottom scallop edge. That's what that looks like so far. This is cut at 1 1/2 by 3. This is also from the Autumn Spice Designer paper pack from Stampin' Up! So 1 1/2 by 3. Just go ahead and glue this together, or glue it, and then adhere it to the Very Vanilla cardstock. And press it down. Take a corner rounder and round your corners. I do not have a Stampin' Up! One. I got this one before I was ever with Stampin' Up! Hopefully I have that in the frame. Alright, so this is it so far. Alright, so what you're going to want to do, what I do, maybe you'll find another way to do it, is put a little bit of repositionable adhesive on the back of the top part of the body, and you're going to want to get it set up so that it's the right size. I'm just taking the little corners and I'm marking those. You're going to want to eyeball it a little bit where the slot punch is going. And I punch mine 3 times because it works best for me. Especially this is pretty thick cardstock. Didn't go all the way through, so don't remove it. It's probably going to be stuck, which is good. You want that to continue so you don't have to reposition it. Alright, so there's the slot. See? So then when you close it, it's going to close just like that. This stamp set, it is the Printed Petals Stampin' Up! Stamp set. This flower right here. So I'm going to use the drops and then just stamp it down. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, so to cut this out, what you're going to use is this. It is the 1 3/4 scallop circle extra large punch from Stampin' Up! Alright, well, what I'm going to do is punch a hole using my matte pack, Stampin' Up! Matte pack paper piercing. I'm just going to use the little styrofoam mat. I'm going to find roughly the center of it and punch a hole. The hole I already punched to kind of gauge where I want it. Lovely. Okay, now with that repositionable adhesive, that's why it's repositionable, you can remove it. If you get a permanent adhesive, that'll be on there, so, and you won't be able to really get it off all that easily. I think you might be able to rub it off a little bit, but the repositionable comes off really easily. Alright, so close my brad. One of the easiest parts, putting the cube on it. Alright, I remove the back, and then I use some snail adhesive, which this is not snail right now. I ran out of that a while ago, so I need to reorder that. It's just something I bought from the store a while ago. Alright, so that's using that, and then I also use some glue. Okay. And then I make sure I got it on the right side. Center it. And we're in business. Alright, so I'm going to use these. These are Making Memories. And just kind of put it wherever you see it that you like. You can put beads, gems, stickers. That's what that looks like. Ta-da! So pretty. Happy stamping!